Can we all just agree that creating a lip combo is an art form? Creating a lip combo comes with so many potential issues. For me, I like to overline my lips so I can get a little bit more fullness and shape and definition because my lips are kind of small and they're not the most defined. I also like my lips to last a long time throughout the day. I don't like constantly having to touch up my lips. It's just kind of a burden. And of course, you always want to find the perfect lip shade for you. In this video, I'm gonna be focusing more on the your lips but better sort of vibe. If you have my skin tone to a little bit deeper, you're gonna enjoy these shades. However, these are the top 5 best lip liners in my opinion. I test makeup for a living, and I also am a professional makeup artist. So that being said, even if you don't see a shade that you would use in this video, a lot of these formulas come in a ton of beautiful shades. All these lip pencils are a little bit different, so I've broken it down for you so you can really figure out which one will be the best for you and which one will align with what you look for in a lip pencil. So let's get right into it. Starting off with the most affordable option, this is a really good drugstore liner. This is by Maybelline. This is their Lifter liner. And I really like the shade On It. It's a very cool kind of lip contour-y shade that's been really popular the last little while in beauty. I find this shade in particular to be really unique, but I also really like the shade Line Leader. But today I'm going to be demoing the shade On It, and let's talk a little bit about the formula, shall we? So depending on where you buy this and where you're from, this lip liner costs between 10 and 15 USD or Canadian dollars, which I think is a really fair price because this formula is unreal. It comes in 10 different shades, and one of the reasons I love this lip liner so much is that it is extremely long wearing. If you want your lips to last a long time, if you're going out for lunch, dinner, what have you, or you just need your makeup to stay in place, this is a fantastic option because even though it's long wearing, we can typically run into the issue of it being a little bit dry and hard to apply. But as you can see, this lip liner is very creamy and easy to apply. But with that being said, you do need to work a little bit quickly with this lip liner because once it sets, it's there to stay. This isn't a classic wood lip liner. It's got a little bit more of a plasticky feel, so it's a little bit harder to sharpen than a classic wood pencil, but it's really not an issue for me. This is still one of my favorite lip liners. So this is what the Maybelline lip liner looks like all on its own, but I also wanted to show you quickly what each of these lip liners look like with a gloss. So I'm applying my Charis Cosmetics water gloss right on top so you can see the combination of lip liner and gloss. Charis Cosmetics is actually my brand, and I created water gloss myself. It gives you the most glossy, shiny, glassy finish. It also gives your lips a more like plump, hydrated look. So if you want to check out my makeup brand, I will have it linked down below. I've been blown away by the positive response. You guys have been loving the water gloss formula, and I'm so happy because I worked so hard on it. But anyways, let's continue to talk about lip liners. Moving on to the lip liner that I'm wearing right now. This is the Victoria Beckham Lip Definer in the shade 02, but this comes in 7 beautiful shades. This lip liner is more on the luxury end, okay? This is about $45 Canadian or $30 US, but let's get into the formula and the benefits. First of all, the shade 02, in my opinion, is color perfection. If you have a similar skin tone as me and you're into these sort of shades, this is the perfect Your Lips But Better shade. It's a little bit on the cool side. It's kind of neutral. Honestly, it's just perfect. This is my go-to for overlining my lips when I want to go for more of a natural look. This lip liner has a very luxury feel to it. It comes in a very easy to sharpen classic wood pencil, which is my personal favorite way for lip liners to come in. Another thing I really love about this lip liner is that it has clean ingredients and it's cruelty-free, so if that's important to you, this one will be a really good fit. I wouldn't say this is an incredibly long-wearing lip liner per se, but it definitely lasts decently. Not as long as, for example, the Maybelline one I just talked about would, but still, I don't have to touch it up all that much throughout the day. So this is what the lip liner looks like all on its own. And then of course, I'm going to show you what it looks like with a little bit of gloss added on top to complete the lip combo. Next up, this is a pretty iconic formula. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. This retails for about 35 Canadian dollars and 25 US dollars. And there's a lot of shades. There are 20 shades on Sephora for you to pick from. So if the shade I'm going to talk about isn't your favorite, There's a shade out there for you. The shade I really love is the shade Love Trap. This is a little bit more berry toned than my typical lip pencil that I reach for, but for some reason it just works. I find this pencil does a really good job of giving me the illusion of fuller lips. This is another long wearing formula. I would say this sets down pretty quickly, and once it sets, it is there to stay. As far as application, this isn't as creamy as maybe the Maybelline long wearing formula is, but it still makes for a pretty easy application in my opinion. This lip liner is also cruelty free. And honestly, of all the formulations from Charlotte Tilbury, I do think this one is one of my favorites. I tend to bounce between like a very creamy classic lip pencil and then something like this that's a little bit on the dry side, just because it lasts so much longer than a creamy lip pencil that might slide around throughout the day. This is what the lip liner looks like all on its own from Charlotte Tilbury. And then of course, I'm going to show you the completed lip combo with a gloss on top. And this liner lasts really well under a gloss, it won't budge. These lip liners are a cult classic for a reason. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil. This retails for $32.50 Canadian and $25 US. And I think it comes in 39 different shades. And the reason for that is these lip liners are not just for your lips, they're also for your face, your brows, wherever. You really can use this formula all over the face. It's very versatile. I would say my favorite shade is Wherever Walnut. This little nub here, you can tell she is well loved. I also really like the shade Anywhere Caffeine. It's a little bit more brown, but I'm gonna be demoing this one today. Wherever Walnut is just the perfect Your Lips But Better shade. Such a good one for overlining the lips, but still maintaining a very natural effect. I think the shade looks incredible on such a wide range of skin tones. It's super creamy and easy to apply. Again, maybe not the longest wearing formula, but nonetheless, I really, really love how easy it just glides onto the lips. I also use these pencils as eyeliner, in the brows, you name it. Honestly, they're just such a good formula. Also, they come in classic colors. I really think Makeup Forever nailed the shade range for this. Anyone can find their shade, I truly believe that. So this is what Wherever Walnut looks like all on its own. Such a pretty shade. And this is what it looks like with a gloss on top. I saved my all-time favorite for last because I think I've gone through probably 10 of these lip liners at this point. It's crazy. This is the classic MAC lip liner and I love the shade Whirl. This retails for roughly $35 Canadian and $25 US. As you can see, this is a tiny little nub and I kid you not, I probably have like 5 of these floating around. All nubs. I use this lip liner so much. This lip liner comes in at least 25 different shades. I believe they just expanded their shade range, but Whirl will always have a special place in my heart. This is another one that's just color perfection. It's a little bit more like slightly berry toned than the Victoria Beckham one that I raved about earlier, but still very much a Your Lips But Better. This is the overlining lip pencil. If you want the illusion of fuller lips without it looking like you're wearing a stark lip liner and you're maybe light to medium in skin tone, this lip liner is so, so good. It's easily my most used, easily my most loved, classic sharpenable lip pencil, creamy application, glides on nicely. Maybe not as long wearing as some of the other formulas I talked about today, but again, not an issue for me. I don't feel like I need to be constantly touching this up. This is a classic for a reason. And this is what it looks like all on its own. How beautiful. And then of course, this is what it looks like with a gloss on top. Have you tried any of these lip liners? Let me know in the comments. And also, please, I'm so snoopy and I literally run out and buy what you guys tell me. So comment your favorite lip liner and the shade so that I can check it out. I'll meet you in the comment section. So those are my top 5 best lip liners. If you're enjoying this series where I do like the top best of a certain makeup category, make sure you like this video so I know to make more. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It only takes 2 seconds and it really helps me out a lot. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.